Hey, what's up, guys? So, big breaking news that has happened within South African football. Well, I mean, we've always known about the fact that Jose Riveiro will be leaving Orlando Pirates come into the season, but now that's not the breaking news because we've always known that. The breaking news that has come out is the fact that it looks like he will be off to North Africa. He will be joining Ahly as well. And the funny thing is, at the start of all of this, I thought it was he missed his family. I thought it was he wanted to go home. I thought it was that. I thought he wanted to return back to Europe, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. And I don't know when did the story develop. According to Soccer Beat, it's been going on for quite some time recently, and a lot of publications are breaking it on social to say that he is going to Al Ahly. So I don't know when did it break. I don't know whether like the plan was to go back to Europe, but then something came along, and then it was like, oh, he's going back to North Africa. And I wrote down some bullet points that I really want to go through with you guys. Is the fact that obviously he's leaving. It's going to be his last game tomorrow against Golden Arrows, and yeah, I'm really hoping that the fans come out. They show him the support that he needs, and also when you look at the fact that what he's done at Orlando Pirates, it's sort of like I think he had it grants him that whole thing to ask to leave early, and that is what also the statement of Orlando Pirates said. They've granted him the fact that to leave early, and he's accepted an offer from another football club as well. So it turns out it's going to be Al Ahly that it is, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself like. North Africa, North Africa seems like that's the Real Madrid that's happening. Because I wrote down some things here. Rulani having to go there, the fact that Bitum Smani went there, the fact that Elias Mkwana also went there, the fact that Mayo's gone there, the fact that Pistol was there as well. It seems like it's the hotbed in terms of, if you try and obviously better yourself and obviously have a better career and stuff, it tends to be the pool. It tends to be sort of where people tend to go. And I have to tell you, man, there's a lot of things that have been said about Jose Riveiro, and he's been a breath of fresh air. He's honestly been a breath of fresh air. He came into this league and nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who he was, where he came from. Had no idea. Insinuations of he's a plumber, insinuations of his CV being empty. It was going on and on. And what he's been able to do since he's come to Orlando Pirates is turn them into a powerhouse. He's turned them into a powerhouse. He's made them well respected again. And sometimes you tend to forget like where Orlando Pirates was before he came in, and suddenly he came in and he also brought silverware as well. Yes, he was not able to win the league. That's probably the one thing that he probably would have wanted to do. That's the one thing he would have wanted to do in terms of also having to win the CAF Champions League. He was not able to do that as well, but he got them to a semi-finals. It was the project was just getting better and better and better in terms of what Orlando Pirates were trying to do, and he made them competitive again. Because when you look back at what Orlando Pirates was, and I go back to the fact that I saw this tweet once from Betway about the most successful teams in the last decade, and the Orlando Pirates have won 6 trophies, and 5 of those Jose Rivero brought into the door. He brought into the door in the last 10 years. So you start to see in terms of the impact that he's done. And let's talk about some of the impacts. It's obviously turning them into a powerhouse, is making them an attractive football club, is making them score goals, but also the fact that he's been able to bleed in the youth. He's been able to give players a chance. For him, it's like there's no age limit to him. If he feels like you're good enough, he's definitely going to be giving you a chance. And that's one of the things that you feel like Jose, wow, what a man, what a man. I had the luxury and opportunity in terms of having to meet him. I met him once at Melrose Arch, and wow, what a guy. It's what you see in press conferences, what you see on TV. He is exactly that. He is calm, he is humble. And of course, he's had moments where he's reacted in a particular way, but that's football. That's the moment of passion that it sort of gives you. I've had moments like that. And I just see him and I just think, like, wow, man. When you think of the perfect Orlando Pirates coach in terms of what he should look like, in terms of demeanor, in terms of humility, that's the guy. That's the guy. And I just think what he's been able to do at Orlando Pirates has been really great, and having to make them finish second or being very competitive has been really good. And I wish him all the best. even as a rival, right? I'm sitting as a rival because I support the rival team, but I still feel like, wow, what a loss, man. Like this is a loss for PSL. It's a loss for South African football because he's played a role. You know, a lot of times it's spoken about the fact that Bafana doing well and the fact that also Mamloo Sundowns' competitiveness within the CAF competitions has also made Bafana be better. And no doubt about that. You can't take that effectiveness away from what Mamloo Sundowns have done. But also him coming and making Orlando Pirates that competitive has also helped with our national teams, guys. I mean, look at what Rele has become. Look at what Rele has become under him. You know, under his guidance. Look at what Mbugazi is becoming. Look at what Sesani was becoming. Look at Nkota as well. I mean, he must pass the ball, of course, but look at what he's becoming. And you know, I spoke about Nabi in terms of which players did he improve throughout the course of the campaign, and there wasn't many that I could name. But when I look at Jose Riveiro, I'm just like, damn, man, it's Sipo China, man, it's Makaula, man, it's Rele, man, it's Mahopa, man, it's it's the list just goes on. Mbata, talent Mbata, in terms of the players that he's been able to improve. So he's made a big change. And I think one of the big effects that I saw about Jose Riveiro was when his assistant left, I was thinking, what is he going to be able to do? And he's been able to carry on the metal and being able to take it on and been able to keep on going. And I'm just like, man, that just shows what a man he's been and what a man he is as well. And I've said it before, there's a video that I've put out, and I said that thank you. You know, I wanna say thank you to Jose, man, because he's come in and he's made a huge difference. And that's what you want within South African football. There's always this talk about, if you're gonna bring in something foreign, it's gotta be something that we don't have. It's gotta be something that's gonna be able to lift South African football. It's gotta be something that's gonna make it better, make the product better. And no doubt about it, he's made it better. He has absolutely made it better. The fact that also with the Soweto W wins as well, the love that he's had, he's the one guy that you just like, snap, you can't even fight him, because you're just like, cool, man, you want to go? Cool, man, you've done what you've needed to do. You've always said it was going to be 3 years, and he's done the 3 years. I thought it was going to be a family reason, but it seems like he's going on to an opportunity that he feels is better, and he feels that, and you know what? Ahly is a very big opportunity, no doubt about it. You look at the number of coaches that have been there. We talk about Bisom's money having to go there as well, and what he did. So the opportunities for him to enhance his career in terms of CAF Champions Leagues and perhaps the Egyptian League and be in that environment of pressure is a really good one. I really think Egyptian football are really going to love to see what they have there, because he's a man who's also been able to deal with pressure too. But now it leaves the gap, right? It leaves the gap in terms of who is going to be the next Orlando Pirates coach. You know, I mean, Rulani was saying goodbyes. Is it going to be him? I'm hearing that maybe it's not going to be him. I'm hearing that maybe it is going to be him. You sort of ask, is it going to be Benny McCarthy? He just took over the Kenyan job. But I mean, if Pirates comes calling, I'm thinking he would be able to pick up the phone. And then there's the very last one. And this one, I absolutely feel like, with everything that's going on with the Nabi situation and what's going on in Orlando Pirates, I ain't gonna lie, guys, I have a very strong feeling we're gonna have Pete Money back in South Africa. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I have a feeling we're gonna have him back in South African football. The question is, where does he go? I don't know where he goes, because when I'm listening to the SD of Kaizer Chiefs, it doesn't sound like Nabi's going to stay. It doesn't sound like it. And then Jose Riveiro has just confirmed that he's leaving. Could Pete Money be joining one of the Soweto Giants? Massive. But there is a last point. And Orlando Pirates, you did this before, man. You caught everybody by surprise. You brought this guy, and everybody did not know who he was. So I'm thinking to myself, the fact that they've known for a while that he's going to be off, Orlando Pirates are already planning, or already have planned in terms of who's going to take over in the coming season. That's for sure. And like Jose said, this is an institution. This is what they do. This is what they keep on progressing and all that. And I can't wait to see who they pick to be the next man. And the thing is, Jose has left a very good foundation. So there is going to be pressure on the new guy in terms of whatever he's able to bring in. And let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. But as for Jose, thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you've done for South African football. It's something that I really, really do appreciate, and I wish him all the best without a shadow of a doubt. Guys, please hit the link, subscribe, and I will be doing my best to try to give you content every single day. Keep well, take care, peace.